praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem Rakakodash, and that's like to give them honors to our teachers, their apostles. There was a great millstone, GMS, taught us 100% truth according to the Bible as being great examples to us in the faith. And double shalom, salutations to the Archangels, Christ of Holiness, pushing His word and the truth in the faith and sincerity, also giving diligence. It's also making a call in unless you should. This lesson is going to be titled Prophecy of the Bible is speaking. Okay, prophecy is speaking loud and clear. Okay, and the Bible talks about earthquakes. It mentions earthquakes in several scriptures, man. The Lord spoke about earthquakes, that these would be signs, upon His arrival. We definitely living in the last days, man, because you're seeing, and one may ask, well, how you know we live in the last days? Because you're seeing prophecies that were spoken of by the ancient prophets and by the prophecies in these times, they're coming to pass, man. And the earthquakes is Bible prophecy. All right, so let's go ahead, hop into this lesson, and I'm gonna bring out some precepts. And Lord's will, the lesson will be edifying. So this article, it comes from the News Breakout. It made the headlines as magnitude 7.7 earthquake strikes off Indonesia coast, toppling buildings and killing at least 2. Okay, these are more articles that made headlines. It says dozen deaths, hundreds flee after powerful earthquake hit Indonesia. It's like hit Indonesia. It says tsunami warning issue. And the one below reads powerful earthquake hit Spain as cars crushed under rocks and giant cracks sliced through the road. So you got earthquakes happening here, you got earthquakes happening there, and it's all Bible prophecy. Now, let's, bring out some scriptures and try to make this a long lesson. St. Matthew's 24. The point is in verse 7. I'm going to read up. Matthew 24, I start at verse 3. And as he sat upon the Mount Olives, the disciples came unto him privately, saying, Tell us when shall these things be, and what should be the sign of thy coming and of the end of the world. I'm going to jump down to verse 6. It says, And ye shall hear wars and rumors of wars. See that ye be not troubled, and you still hearing about wars. You have wars actually going on, unreported. Okay. Because I could guarantee you, if I go into one of my news app, I could find something on war, because we live in the time of World War III popping off, according to Revelation, the 11th chapter. Okay, but these are things that you're gonna hear about and talked about in these latter days until it actually, plays out. So it says, and ye shall hear wars and rumors of wars. See that ye be not troubled, for all these things must come to pass, but the end is not yet, because there's other prophecies that have to play out. World War III, the third woe, and Revelation 13, the issuing of the MOTB. It says, verse 7, For nations shall rise against nations, and kingdoms against kingdoms, and there should be famines and pestilences, and the earthquakes in diverse places. All these are the beginning of sorrows, and these are the beginning of sorrows, man. And these earthquakes is a big sign. Okay, a sign that the Lord told his disciples to expect, to look for. Okay, so it's going down. The Lord said, when you see these prophecies come to pass, look, He's coming. All right. And I'm just go ahead and close out with this. Like I said, I don't want to miss a long lesson. know, earthquakes is prophecy, man. Isaiah 29 says, "Thou shalt be visited of the Lord of hosts with thunder and with earthquakes." Indonesia, okay, Spain. It says in I'm gonna read again. Isaiah 29 says, "Thou shalt be visited of the Lord of hosts with thunder and with earthquakes." And these earthquakes are definitely making themselves known. You know, you start to see them happen. If you're paying attention, if you're watching the news, okay, you'll know that you got earthquakes happening pretty much every day, every second of the day. Earthquakes over here, earthquakes over there. Right? And the Lord said these are signs. Signs the Lord's getting ready to come back. All right. And also signs of the end. You know what? Esau's rulership. This is in great noise with storm and tempest and the flames of divine fire. All right. But this is a quick hit. Bible prophecy speaking. End time prophecy. Earthquakes in diverse places. Signs of the end. Shalom.